Bug hotels. Have you ever seen one of these? Well, you probably have seen one of these so-called bug hotels around your neighborhood. But the real question is, do they actually work? Or are they just pieces of wood? The answer might shock you. So today we are going to be jumping into the topic of bug hotels, armed with scientifically backed evidence. But to start, what are bug hotels and what are their purposes? So, what are bug hotels? Bug hotels are man-made structures that provide shelter and habitat for various types of insects. These structures use a variety of materials like bamboo, wood, pine cones, and many more natural materials for insects to take refuge and nest in them. Now that we know what are bug hotels, why are they built? Bug hotels provide a habitat to insects. Bug hotels will help the native and beneficial insects by giving them habitat, which are vital for the environment, and therefore this will help the ecosystem. Secondly, pest control. Since bug hotels provide refuge and a habitat for insects like predatory beetles, ladybugs, spiders, and other insects, they will hunt invasive bugs in close proximity to the bug hotel. Thirdly and lastly, education. Bug hotels can be used as a fun and creative way to educate children about bugs and their natural ecosystem. Now that we've talked about bug hotels and their purposes, we are going to talk about if bug hotels even work. The short answer is yes, because when done right, insects will live and take refuge in these bug hotels as intended. However, you probably don't know how to do it right, so allow me to show you some tips and tricks that will change the whole way you think of bug hotels, because you have probably been thinking about them wrong. So let me explain some concepts that you probably never knew. Firstly, do not house a zoo of insects. One of the biggest mistakes that bug hotels make are trying to house a whole bunch of insects by making a wide variety of natural materials in one section. And in the end, no insects will seek refuge in there because it is just a giant soup of materials. The correct way is to focus on housing one type of species per section of the bug house, as shown below. This way you can focus on making the bug hotel more habitable for the type of insects you are targeting, increasing the chances that the bug hotel will actually be used. Secondly, choose the right design. Your design must be specialized and made for the insects that you have targeted. So you must choose the right design for the insects. For example, mason bee hotels must have a back frame and must be around about eye level. Thirdly, choose the right materials. Your bug hotel must have the natural materials that the insects prefer and need most for refuging or nesting. This will increase the hospitality of the bug hotel, and the insects will prefer to seek refuge in these hotels. Fourthly, choose the correct spot. The bug hotel must be in the right location. This means that the bug hotel should be in the correct spot according to the insect's desire. This requires a bit of research, but take the mason bees for example. If you're doing a mason bee hotel, it must be facing the morning sun to warm up the hotel and encourage them to pollinate. Fifth, maintain and clean the bug hotel. One of the most looked over concepts of a bug hotel is maintaining it. If you want your bug hotel to actually house insects long term, you must maintain it by changing the materials to avoid mold and pests. This is a very looked over topic and should always be considered if you want your bug hotel to work in the long term. Sixth, replace your bug hotel. When the time has come, we must replace the bug hotel because they degrade over the months, meaning that they must be changed every year or two. This prevents a buildup of mold and pests. This is also important because bug hotels over time will become damaged and, if unintended, may collapse. Seventh and lastly, climate proof. We also have to make sure that the bug hotel is climate proof according to your weather. For example, if your climate is very rainy, you may want to install a roof and waterproof materials to keep your bug hotel and insects safe. Now that we've spoken about the tips and tricks of bug hotels, before I end this video, I only have one last question left. Is there a way to maximize the chances and hospitality of a bug hotel by attaching an urban garden? What do you think? Absolutely. Creating an urban garden adjacent to the bug hotel can significantly enhance its appeal and effectiveness. Here's how. Firstly, foraging opportunities. An urban garden provides a nearby source of nectar and pollen, encouraging bees to visit the area around the bug hotel. This makes it more likely for solitary bees to discover and use the nesting spaces within the hotel. Secondly, diverse plants attract insects. Planting a variety of flowers, especially those that bloom at different times of the year, attract a broader range of pollinators, contributing to the overall health of the ecosystem. If you would like, it is useful to plant what the insects that you are targeting desires. Thirdly, provides more habitat. Integrating the bug hotel into an overall garden design and placing it near flowering plants creates a seamless transition between foraging and nesting areas for bees, which creates more habitat. Fourthly, provides extra resources. In addition to the bug hotel, urban gardens incorporate other elements into the design that provides natural nesting opportunities and materials for solitary bees, such as bare soil patches, logs, and a variety of flowering plants. Fifth, provides a water source. There's usually a water source nearby for plants to be watered in an urban garden, like a shallow disc of water and pebbles. This means that insects can take advantage of these water sources and use this area as a place to drink and cool off. Sixth, provides resources all year round. Different types of plants can provide resources throughout the seasons, ensuring a continuous supply of food for bees and insects. By combining a bug hotel with a well-planned urban garden, we can create a historic environment that supports the entire life cycle of solitary bees and other insects, from foraging food to nesting to reproduction. This approach not only attracts more bees and insects, but also contributes to the overall biodiversity and health of the local ecosystem. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, subscribe, like, and click the notification bells. If you want to watch more of my content, go ahead and click on the Century Egg video. Bye!